Hello! Welcome to the stream. How are y'all doing tonight? Darkless, how are you doing? Welcome on in. This is a stream I've been looking forward to like all week. I am so excited to get back into the TCG and, you know, see what's what. Now, I have already been playing a little bit here and there, so so a lot of it is nothing too new to me. But I am really excited to explore more of this new expansion on stream with a couple of decks. So far, I've only been playing one deck in my deck testing, which is the deck that I am planning to take to the Atlanta Regional at its current point. It might change. But it's unlikely. It's unlikely that it's going to change because I really like what I'm playing right now and I at least know it and understand it. That is all sorts of a weird screen capture. What is happening here? Oh, I had a second overlay on and that's what was messing with that. So the deck that I am planning to currently bring, I've been talking about this a little bit on stream. It is this Terra box. Which is what I currently have loaded up there. This is not the full deck because I have the deck in a couple pieces right now. Because I'm going to play in a cup tomorrow, which real tournaments have not rotated yet. But this deck is mainly built by this Water Ogre Pawn, this Hoot Hoot, Clefairy to back stuff up in certain things, Terrapagos. Basically, this is a box deck. Terra box, when referred to a box, it's a deck that has just a bunch of different ways to attack, a bunch of different ways to set some stuff up, and thus Terra box is its name because Terra Pokemon is the game. What else should I do? Welcome on in. So I think, honestly, I might just start a game with the Terra box. This is what just to show you all kind of what I am currently thinking, where my mind's currently at for this Atlanta Regional. Is playing this deck right here and just giving you a nice show of what it can do and what it can't do. I feel like my light is really dark. Also for this deck, I've been going back and forth on if I want to go first or if I want to go second with it. I like both sides of it. I like going first because it allows me to set up my owls, my Hoot Hoots to evolve. But I also don't mind going second on the off chance that I get an attack. But I will happily go first here. So basically, this deck's whole thing is you want to set up with the Hoot Hoots on your bench, so that way you can get off some attacks. I wish I had something different in my... that I could start in my... because I don't even know if I'm going to end up using Clefairy. Again, this is primarily what I've been matching into, is Hop's Cramorant. It is the current big exciting deck that is out right now. And thus, it is everywhere. It is everywhere. Well, this Clefairy doesn't do a lot in this matchup, so we'll pass to them. So our Noctowl here, this whole Jewel Seeker is the main ability that is the main engine of this deck. Once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench to evolve, you search through your deck for 2 trainer cards. The requirement, though, is that you do have a Terra Pokemon in play. Currently, I have no Terra Pokemon in play. So currently, next turn I evolve it. It does literally nothing. Interesting use of their Prime Catcher. I mean, they might. There's a high likelihood they'll get an attack off this turn, but still, that's a wild use of the Prime Catcher there. I mean, I guess they were going to Squawk and Seize anyway, so they might as well just throw it out. Also, Nest Balling for the Latias. Arven, I assume, for another Nest Ball in Hop's Choice Band. No, Hop's Bag. I forgot about Hop's Bag. Hop's Bag, you can search your deck for 2 basic Hop Pokemon and just put them on your bench. This is another deck I would like to try playing tonight because, again, I've been seeing this deck so much. I don't think it is the best deck in the world. It's okay, don't get me wrong. But I truly don't think it is a fantastic deck. So I do not want to So it's not something that I want to take anywhere to play with. On one hand, I kind of want to bench the Clefairy. But on the other hand, I know it doesn't do a lot in this matchup, and it's also weak to the Zacian. So we're just going to throw it away. But it is a deck that a lot of people are playing. This is so disappointing. That's super disappointing, everything that just happened there. Okay, well... We had a really bad start here. They're gonna take 2 prizes here. Man, I don't like our positioning right now. Playing TCG Pocket quickly and doing some solo battles. Just had a Misty go for 9 heads in a row. That's wild. So I was actually playing in an actual tournament. This is back on Pokemon Day. And I was playing the Surledge deck, which also uses this Hoot Hoot engine. And I managed to flip 3 coins, and all 3 ended up being heads, which was kind of fun. Please give me something I can use. Wow. Okay. Cool. I bricked so hard there. And we probably could have kept playing that out, but I just... Yikes. That was not fun. That was not fun. Yeah, Hobbs Zacian, that is it's a... I would probably put it at like a low tier A. High tier A. Somewhere in A tier. I don't think it is the best deck in the world. It can do a lot of like spread damage and build up over time. But it doesn't take any like giant knockouts very quickly. But in this current meta right now, games are going to be pretty slow. But I would like to play the deck at some point, but I don't think that it's something that I'm going to go play anywhere, because it is easy to beat when the deck works for you. But I mean, you could say that really about any deck. The other deck we're going to be trying out tonight is Future Box, which is an old deck, which is making a semi-return in this new meta. So I'm excited to play around with that a little bit. Latias as our opening starter here. Also, a great opening starter, not a great opening hand. Okay, that's at least something. That's at least a Pokemon that we can use. That is literally something. Would have preferred like a Buddy Buddy Poffin or a Nest Ball or a Ditto. You know, a couple different things would have went a lot harder there. Playing the great... I have no idea what I'm playing against right now. Arcanine EX. This is potentially a Charizard build. Because I know some Charizards were trying to run an Arcanine a while back, but I don't think this Arcanine card is really all that good. 250 but discards 2 energy. Like, it's just not a good card. Okay. So we could Crispin here and just win? Yeah, I think we Crispin here. I think we just win, actually. Hold up a second. Silly. Because I have the water energy already in play. I think we just... yeah, we just win. Alright, well that was unfortunate for this person. But I will take it. That was unfortunate for them. Thank you for the turn to Donk. That's why you always, if you're playing a deck like that, anytime like an evolution deck that's not like big HP basics, anytime you pass your turn with only active and Pokemon on bench, it can be scary. Been in that place quite a few times when I was like playing Dragon Ball, being like, this doesn't feel very good. Opponent's starting the coin flip. Again, I think this deck, I do just like going first with it. I think it feels better going first. You can set up more, or a lot better with your Hoot Hoots. But also there is merit to going second, which we are going to see here in this game. All depends on who we want to start in active. I think Fan Rotom is a decent start in active. And they're a 1-cost retreat. Ogre Pawn might be a better start in active because they're a 1-cost retreat, but you need... I don't know, we'll start them in active. We'll start Fan Rotom on the bench. I don't need the second Fan Rotom at all, so I can absolutely Ultra Ball Fan Rotom away. Because I can only use one per game, really. I mean, we can use it to attack, but... Alright, Cycling Road. Discard a basic energy, draw a card. I haven't seen Cycling Road played in Durlodon. This is also another deck that is currently using some of the Hops stuff we saw at the first game with Hop Zacian and stuff. But it'll be interesting to see if this one that we're currently playing against is someone who's playing more Archlodon, or if they're playing more Hop. Good old Durlodon. Yeah, there's Hop Zacian. I think this is just the same deck we played earlier. Alright, they passed to us. Can I get a setup here? Can I do anything? So far, no. I could discard. I think what we'll do first is Fan Call to thin our deck. Ditto. I would really like to get this Ditto in active. But it could potentially be a big waste. I'm going to hold it in my hand for now, just in case. Because I am going to throw this energy away, which I guess I could Night Stretcher it back. Okay, that's pretty good. Earthen Vessel is a big help here. Let's grab Water Energy. Let's also see what's in our deck right now. Is the Crystal in there? The Crystal is in there. Alright, so I am really hoping to pull off of this Ogre Pawn. I guess I don't know what I'm hoping to pull off this Ogre Pawn. So I don't have enough pieces to really do anything with it. I could Ultra Ball to get Latias and not waste this energy from retreating. I think that might be the better play. Because I already had to throw one energy away. But I also don't know what I would throw away to get this Ultra Ball off, so I think I'm just gonna use it. I can always Night Stretcher, pick it back up next turn, and use it to do another Teal Dance. So I'm not too concerned. Alright, so Ditto, as long as in your first turn you can Transformative Start. Allow me to attach an energy there. And I wish I had another Hoot Hoot down for next turn, but I think it'll be okay. I could Area 0 to get rid of Cycling Road, but they're probably going to put out a Postwick. So I don't want them to immediately bump my Stadium just to get rid of their draw. So we're going to Sob them here. This does keep this Pokemon locked and active. They cannot retreat, but they can evolve and hit with 220 and get the knockout. I mean, so this could go really poorly for us if they get an Archlodon in their hand. They have 2 energy. Okay, yeah, that sucks. That sucks. It was a risk we had to make. They had a really small hand, and I really didn't have any other options there. All right. This is recoverable from. We can easily come back from this. It's just going to take us a few pieces to get there. We can also make use of the Cycling Road. Because I can Night Stretcher for energy to get another, or I can just throw that energy away. I'm just really throwing energy here. Alright, Super Rod. Super Rod's actually good. I can grab back these 3. Actually put those back in the deck. Also bump their Stadium. And then Knocked Owl for... Oh, shoot, I had Night... That was actually a misplay. That was a misplay. I should have Night Stretchered the Ogre Pawn. That was very much a misplay. I should have Night Stretchered the Ogre Pawn and just put a 3rd energy back in deck. It's fine. Actually, I should be attacking with the Ogre Pawn since they're going to do a lot more damage. I don't really know who I want to attack with here. I'm in a pretty bad position right now. I think I do need to Nest Ball for a Fez to get a Fez draw off. Maybe hit with Corner Mask Ogre Pawn. Corner Mask Ogre Pawn cannot be hurt by Pokemon with abilities. I don't know, maybe we hit with them, but I am going to Nest Ball for Fez to get a Fez draw set up. Maybe Buddy Buddy Poffin to put down some more Owls. More Hoot Hoots. I think that is probably going to be my play. And then just see what we get off the Fez draw. See what we get off the Fez draw. Hopefully it's something helpful. Flip the script for 3. Again, I don't think Wellspring Ogre Pawn actually does anything in this current position I am. It could come into play later. But right now I'm just so afraid to put it out there. So I think we will bench Mew. We will Ultra Ball the 2 of them away. I know Pikachu could take this thing out, but I threw away all my energy, so we're just going to Ultra Ball that. I think we do grab the Cornerstone, or we could also grab the Clefairy. But either way, I can't attack this turn unless I get Crispin, which doesn't feel great. Grab my Psychic Energy back. I wanted to go the Clefairy route. But, I mean, that requires me to get that, which I don't think I will get it. So we're going to play this down. We're going to attach energy here. And I think I only get a restart for 1. I don't think there's any way for me to manipulate this Night Stretcher out of my hand. I mean, I could throw Night Stretcher, grab Pikachu, bench Pikachu. I don't love it. It doesn't feel... I mean, or the Ogre Pawn, because I think this Ogre Pawn could definitely come into play later, but I don't know that I want it sitting on the bench. Grab Pikachu. Gives us a 2 for the recovery. Got a Jester game in TOS2? Nice. Would love to see Crispin. Okay. Professor's Research is also okay. Professor's Research isn't okay. I mean, I could Professor's Research into a Switch cart, or into a Switch, not a Switch cart. A Switch, a Energy Switch, and Crystal. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Did not get any of that. But we'll at least throw this up here. They at least can't be hurt. So that's something. It's truly the lowest of something. Cycling Road, that's fine. We will discard Fan Rotom. Knocked Out, that's already evolved. And probably Pikachu, because I don't think Pikachu is going to be very helpful in this. They're going to boss's orders. I think we just lose, gang. We had a very slow start. Yeah. They hit everything they needed turn 2. And then I wonder if they top deck that boss. Either way, they definitely had everything they need. Everything they needed. For the Cycling Road, I have no way to get the Fez back. Good Counter Catcher. Counter Catcher might honestly be our play here. Fighting Energy. Put that there. Get the 3 energy that I need to attack. Teal Dance. Please Clefairy, nothing helpful. Yeah, we could Counter Catcher here, but it doesn't do anything for us. Because it doesn't get us like a knockout that we want. This thing doesn't have an ability. So let's just go for the Demolish. Go for the Demolish. But yeah, I've played this deck so far since the new set came out, probably about 10 times. I've only lost to it before today's stream only once. And it was because, and like they had a really good game. I had game in hand, they just got to it quicker. Now we've already lost to it twice, all on stream. I blame Welsh. But we also did brick pretty hard in this game at the start. Which, it doesn't matter how well you build your deck, there is always, always, always the chance that it is going to brick. Professor's Turo to pick up the Archladon. Oh! Man, they truly had everything they needed. They truly had everything they needed. They evolved their... They might actually have game here. If they have an energy in hand and Hop's Band, they actually have game right here. No, they do not have it. They put 30 onto probably one of our Hoot-Hoots. Yeah. But they have game. They have game next turn. Tell me No! My Blood Moon Ursaluna is prized. How upsetting. Blood Moon Ursaluna is prized. That's incredibly unfortunate. That's incredibly unfortunate. Just gonna counter catcher up this. We're just going for a delay of game here. That's truly all we are going for here is a delay of game. Okay, Area 0 is nice for next turn, because I could load up my bench and get an attack off with Tropicos, but I also need energy for it, and I think I just lose. I think we're just kind of a really slow loss here. They have no Prime Catcher, though. Yeah, I don't think it even matters here. I need energy switches. Oh, shoot. Are they going to put it here? If they put it on their bench, I know they have a switch. Okay. Oh, wait, do they only have one in... They only have one in discard. They're just setting up for their game win. Oh my gosh, wow. They truly had... Oh, I'm surprised they didn't pick up active. I'm very surprised they didn't pick up the one in active. Can I get energy switch crystal into my hand? Both are still in the deck. I could boss kill this. There's the energy switch. Hold up a second. Hold up a second. I put that out. A boss's order. Okay, play you. Play you. Play you. Boss's order you. For all the marbles! No. They were both in there. Oh, that's so upsetting. They were both in there. Dang. Dang. All they need is energy for game, and they don't have it in discard, so they can't get it off the Evo. If they just top deck energy, they have game. Or Hop's Band. Man, that was the only play I really could make there. Only play I could really make there. If they're going for an Ultra Ball here, I assume they don't have it in hand. I don't know if they would be searching for their Ultra Ball. That's for next turn. I don't even need to attack with the Terapagos if I leave Zacian in. I guess they're just trying to thin for an energy. For an energy or for Hop's Band. Choose 3 Pokemon to discard. We'll get rid of you. Get rid of you. I guess the other Hoots. You're Prosta's Jester. Why did you do all that? What was the point of doing all that? This is the one thing that, like, just irritates me when I'm playing on here. It's like, why take every single step when you have game? It's just... I get that these are new decks and people are still learning them, but you knew all you needed for the win was the energy. And you still played it out like you didn't have the energy. What a dick. In the Pokemon channel, I listed a few Pokemon I would like to finish Crown Tundra. Do you have any of them? Let me see. Type Null is in Sword and Shield? I don't even remember that. Swords of Justice Trio. I honestly, off the top of my head, I have no idea. I know I probably do have Cubfu, and I have the Reggies because of the living decks. But I don't know about the others. Do you want to go first? Yeah. We'll play one more of the Terror Box. The Terror Box is hurting me right now. Does not feel good right now. We will start Mew inactive. Man, this is a nice opening hand. Start Mew inactive for the free retreat. We won't have to put down the Latias, and I think we can play enough of these cards to get a restart. Okay, we're just top deck the Ditto. We're just top deck the Ditto. That's kind of crazy. Water Pawn is there. Crystal is there. Most of my energy is there. Missing a Crisp. No, 3 Crispin is all I play. I have a Noctowl in hand. Okay, so 1 Noctowl is prized. I don't know who I want to turn into to start things here. This person goes as hard as the last person I played against. It will not be good. Type Null's in the base game when you beat the game in Rose's Tower. I don't know that I actually grabbed them. I don't remember that. Do I have energy in hand? I don't have energy in hand. Dang. I was hoping I had energy in hand so I could start setting up Teal Mask. I think Teal Mask is still our play. Or Wellspring Mask is still our play. I think that is just the best option. Big sneezes from the kitty cat. Put down Fan Rotom to grab another Noctowl. I mean, I could put literally everything in hand. A Fan Rotom in hand. Fan Rotom that I can throw away. With an Ultra Ball. Or Ultra Ball for what? For nothing at this current moment that I want to throw away to get to it. So in our turn, we'll have the Ultra Ball in hand. Next turn I can Ultra Ball, Fan Rotom, maybe the Hoot, maybe a Noctowl. I don't know. I know I could have played down this other one. I probably just should have played it down. I don't even remember Type Null being in the base game, so I don't even know if I ever got it. Oh no, this Hop Zacian's Durlodon deck, it's so consistent. It's such a consistent deck. So it is difficult when your deck hits inconsistencies, which I also know that there is some tightening up I could probably do to this deck. There are a couple different lines that I'm playing that I probably shouldn't be playing, but I don't know. They attack the Prosecutor after your Prosecutor. What a waste of a night. Alright, so they are going to hit 30, 60, 90, 120 to my Teal Mask here, or to my Wellspring Mask here, and probably put 30. I was actually, every other person I play always puts it on the Hoot. Makes more sense to put it on the Mew, though. Okay, so let's hit the... Part 1 is the Noctowl setup. I think I do want... I can just put damage, spread damage here. You are going to die next turn from this thing, though, which is pretty disappointing. pretty disappointing. I mean, I could grab Area 0 Under Depth, which I think cleans that up a little bit. Grab the Crispin, get a draw off the Ogre Pawn, play the other one to get that. To get the crystal. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that, because maybe I pull something that I don't need. Let's play you. Let's do that. Grass energy into hand. Water energy there, which it doesn't need to be water energy. I just like the water energy there. Alright, let's put down you. Let's teal dance for 1, which is metal energy. That's actually perfect. Alright, let's evo you. I want to grab my crystal. Yield sparkling crystal. Grab a nest ball. Grab a nest ball to set up a future attacker. Or grab a Crispin to set up a future turn. I'm also going to bench this Hoot Hoot here. Probably save the... Could start setting up Tropicos, but I know they're going to bump my stadium, so I don't want to go too crazy with anything. So yeah, let's just grab Crispin for a future turn. That there, Hoot Hoot there. We'll save the Ultra Ball, which, I mean, I could Ultra Ball Latias and the Fan Rotom away, which would get me a single restart. But I don't think there's really anything that I super need to restart right now. So it's fine. I'm going to place the 120 onto Durlodon, because, I mean, obviously it takes neither of them out, but if this thing evolves, one already has some damage on it. Also, the other Jester haunted the Wildling. Wildling could have made it Jester only, but decided to let its Downy win, who could have been haunted. Couldn't have been haunted live. There are 2 Jesters. That's wild. Have I done any more on BDSP since last night? No. No, I haven't. No, last night, as soon as stream ended, I got on and played this for probably like an hour and then went to bed. They could have Iono'd me, and they did. That's nice. They attach 1 more energy, they can hit their Brave Slash knockout. But I honestly don't see them wanting to do that here. Alright, that was pretty sucky. Pretty sucky. I don't really know what I want. Feeling kind of at a loss here right now. Just like in general about what I want to do here. Knocked out. Man, I don't know what I want to do here. Like I've been playing behind for like all of these games tonight. My other stadium is prized. Well, that was a screw up. My other stadium's prized. I literally cannot set up an attacker. Cool. 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 Pick you up. I feel like Blood Moon, they've taken 2, so I need 3 energy there to attack. This feels so bad. Terapagos, I only need 2 energy. I can't do big hits here, though, because I don't have the bench space for it. It just feels so bad. It's not. It's just the way this deck is bricking. Also, like, probably me playing it. Me playing also doesn't help because I'm just bad at game. I'm just bad at game. I'm also just not super confident with this deck yet. I've only been playing it for all of, you know, a day. Which is why I'm definitely wanting to play it a lot more before I take it to Atlanta, and I need to fix a lot of the stuff in it. Like, right now it is running the 2 Clefairies, which I don't even know if the 2 Clefairies really need to happen. So I don't know if that's just me trying to make something happen that doesn't need to happen, or me it's not make something happen. It's literally, I have the 2 Clefairies. My whole reasoning for it is because I was expecting to see... I'm just not even going to play this because they're going to kill my Terapagos. Or they're going to kill my Fez, which is also interesting. I was just expecting to see a lot more Bolt, which is where the second Clefairy comes into play with Bolt. But just everyone right now is playing Hop Zacian. That's just all everyone is playing. So this is Future Box. This is another deck that could be an interesting play. This deck has been performing well over in the Japan meta. This is also an old deck. This is actually one of the first... This is actually the first deck I played when I first got into competitive last year. There hasn't been much of a change to it. In fact, it uses no cards from Journey Together. It is just potentially something that's going to perform well in the meta. So let's check it out. Oh, I think my OBS froze. That's a problem. That's a problem if OBS is frozen. Have the TCG on my laptop, but I don't think I could understand what to do. It definitely has a bit of a learning curve when you first start. But just like any other game, anything else, it's something you just pick up. The more you play it, the more you're around it, the more you understand it. My opponent's going first, which is perfect. This deck does prefer to go second. The energy acceleration is done by attacking with the Baby Miraidon. So it is actually fine for it to go second. It's actually prefer. This is, although not a great opening hand here. Not a great opening hand here. Going up against the Gimme Ghoul. I have not actually played Gimme Ghoul since Journey Together. Gimme Ghoul Dragapult. Okay. I don't really know what you want. I've seen this build a little bit with Gimme Ghoul Dragapult. I honestly don't know why you want it though. I feel like just Gimme Ghoul is just a better attacker. Hey, that's who I want. What a good top deck. What a good top deck. Alright, we attach energy, we play down Iron Hands here. Then we're going to go for Peak Acceleration, which is the whole way this deck works. By accelerating energy out of our deck onto our bench. All to set up Iron Hands here so they can take a Amphiary Munch and take 2 prizes. Or if they're an EX that we've managed to boost up, take 3 prizes. Because Iron Crown here adds 20 damage, plus 20 damage for all your future Pokemon attacks other than Iron Crown EX. And it does stack, so if we get all 4 of them benched, then our Iron Hands can, for Amphiary Munch, can do a total of, what, 160, 180, 200, 220, 240 with the arm press, and 200 without it, right? Because 2, 4, 6, 8, 200 damage without it, which is pretty good. They did get their goal to go. They also got Dracloak set up with the Iono. The Iono definitely helping them out more than me. Although there is some stuff I can do. They go for the Energy Search Pro, which means they are going to be getting a knockout this turn. They have Iono, so they can't boss his order. So they will only be taking the single prize card here. And it is going to take 3 of their energy to do it. Or the counter catcher. Okay, or they have counter catcher in hand. That sucks. I mean, they also have a 14-card hand. Be kind of unlikely if they did, which the 14 cards is also mostly energy. Maybe this just wasn't the night for me to stream. Alright, they take out. That's fine, actually, because I'd like to be able to put damage onto it beforehand. We could also counter catcher ourselves. I'm going to throw away the Poe here, because I think I'm going to end up Professor's researching here. I think we grab 2 Iron Crosses. I'm trying to think of the damage pass off here. 40, 60, 80, 100. And then, yeah, that is actually best case scenario here. We get this damage set up. I don't think we counter catcher. I think I want to put the damage on Golden Go. I want to put the damage on Golden Go. Yeah. Alright. Go for peak acceleration. So this is... there's probably better ways to build this deck. I have seen some options of, like, teching and a Clefairy to deal with, like, Dragapult and stuff, since this does play Psychic Energy. The only difference is... Miraidon's peak acceleration here, you only attach them to future Pokemon, so you can't accelerate Pokemon that aren't future Pokemon. Howdy, are you winning? We've had some rough games tonight. I don't think we've won a single game tonight. We bricked a lot with Terra Box. Now we're trying out the Future Box. This is the first deck I ever played when I first started playing competitive. So it is really interesting to see it come back and potentially do well in this meta. In this slower meta. Really just don't understand the Dragapult. I mean, I guess there is an option for attacking with the Dragapult. I don't know, it just feels like you're doing too much. Are they going to attach their rescue board? Because it takes 2 to retreat Golden Go. Are they going to attach rescue board so it only takes 1 to retreat, discard the 1, pull back all of their energy that they've discarded? I mean, I don't love that. I was really banking on the Golden Go being inactive at the end of the turn here. Exactly what they're doing. They're going to send up Dracloak. They're going to evolve it into Dragapult. They're going to... Oh, man. I was really banking on the... So this is why you'd want to tech in the Clefairy, but you would also need to change up the structure of the deck a little bit, because you'd need a way to accelerate that energy. That's really disappointing. That's really disappointing. I think I play another counter catcher, but then they just get the knockoff here. Dang, man, this really sucks. I do not play another counter catcher. If I do, it's prize, but I do have prime catcher. Good prime catcher. Prime catcher, heavy baton. But then I have no way to get anything else back in active. That really blows. Man, that really blows. No! Oh my gosh, I hate this game so much sometimes. I hate this game so... I'm just leaving. I hate this game so much when I clicked it back over. I clicked it back over and then it... I understand time limits are good. Time limits are great. Time limits are fantastic. When I mess up the time limit, it's just frustrating because I clicked the button to switch back over to the other thing that I wanted. And it did not like me clicking the button. It did not like me clicking the button. Please do not. I just don't want to play. I want to play against some of the other decks that are currently like new and exciting, but all anyone seems to be interested in playing right now is the Hops deck. Which again, like I said, it is a very like I said the word earlier and I've lost the word. Like it sets up. Like it's difficult for that deck to brick, so I can see why a lot of people do like playing it right now. Consistent, that was the word. It's a very consistent deck. So I can understand people wanting to play it. I think it's Slow King? I don't know anything else that plays Natu. I guess we'll see. If they put down a Flittle, we know we're playing against the Flittle deck. No. Okay, this is just an interesting Dragapult build where they're using Xatu as a draw engine and a way to accelerate energy. So they probably are not playing Sparkling Crystal then. Which I don't think Sparkling Crystal is the best ace spec for Dragapult anyways. I think the Unfair Stamp is just better. They're going to retreat into the Dust Skull, I imagine. Because they're fine losing... Oh, into the Dreepy. That's surprising. Surprising that they're sacrificing the... Interesting. That is interesting. Okay. We're going to grab a Booster and Techno Radar. Play down hands. We're going to Techno Radar and Energy Away to grab out Miraidon and a Crown. It's 40-60. Do I really want to knock out here? Do I have Heavy Baton? I don't have Heavy Baton in hand. I just want to clear stuff out. Because look, if I can hit this, do I even want to use the electric generator yet? Kind of. But also at the same time, not really, because even if I hit 2 here, it doesn't do anything for me. And I'd rather thin the deck out a little bit more before I start electric generating. I think I need to just take a look at this build a little bit. There's got to be some stronger ways to play this deck right now than how I'm currently playing it. Definitely think adding in... I think this deck just needs some more consistency added to it, potentially with even a Squawkabilly. I don't know if I even want to go that far. I don't know what decision this person is making, but they are making a big one. Should be pretty I don't know even why they threw the Dreepy inactive to begin with. I'm out of Alt F forward. Friend, you there? I don't think they're there. I think they have Alt F forward or lost internet connection. They're all we gotta do is wait for the game to pass to us. As much as I want to play out the turn, if we just pass it back, it just ends. Just had a PB claim that I was so close to winning if I hadn't gone on the lookout. No! So sad. I assume you mean PB game. Unless you're out here claiming PB. Then if so, that's pretty wild. Making nice progress to Crown Tundra. Nice. Just for fun, would we have hit the generator? We would have. Wouldn't have had a way to get back. The game's already, like, this person has left, they're gone, so I am truly just doing this for my own fun at this point. Truly just doing this for my own fun at this point. So what we would do is we would place hands here, we would use the heavy baton, which if the retreat cost is exactly 4, if your opponent knocks out, move 3 basic energy, so it would allow us to throw the energy onto hands. Hey, look at that, we're even able to accelerate 2 more energy there, so that's fun. And then we would amp very much. See, this is great. This is how this deck is supposed to operate. It's a fun deck. It's an old deck. And it is making its comeback. And then the game should just end. No? Okay. At the end of their turn, it will end. If they don't make a decision. I think this deck definitely has potential. I just don't know if this is its current best play. Maybe we go play Bolt. I was expecting to see a lot more Bolt and Dragapult on the ladder than I guess I've seen. Or we could play around with some different ways of trying to build Terra Box. I think there is definitely some better ways for Terra Box to play. Because the build I have right now for the Terra Box is very much a... Like, this is... I'm putting in 2 Clefairies because I'm expecting to see bolts, but if I'm not seeing bolts, I mean, even if I am seeing bolts, maybe you still don't even need the 2. So you have multiple ways to take the KO. You have Clefairy. I mean, there's so many things I could take. So maybe something... Maybe we could change this up. I would like to play 3 Area Zeros. There's got to be something for consistency. I think that's the biggest thing I'm missing right now in Terra Box, is making it more consistent. And I think that's what I am trying to figure out here, is how to fix its consistency a little bit. Alright, I'm trying to find... I mean, I just want to go look at a recent... So since this has gone... It's gone legal here on TCG. Live rotation has happened, and it's not happened in the real world for us yet. So the only place to actually look to see how decks are performing are over in the City Leagues over in Japan. But they've also moved on to the next format. But I just want to see how some of their decks have... What was like their most recent top winning Terra Box, and how is it different than my build? Because I also have a want of wanting to put in the Lily's Pearl. That might also not even be the play. But then I also like Cornerstone. I don't like Cornerstone is almost never going to come into play, but is helpful if we run into walls. Alright, this first place deck here. Man, there are just so many things I would love to cut. I think that's the issue with my current version of the build, is it is just trying to do... It's trying to prep for too many things. It's trying to prep for too many things, and I think that's its problem. I think it's trying to be prepared for too many different... fights that it's just quite frankly not going to have. Too many different fights that it's just not we're not gonna hit every single one. Let's see if you can get a second Jester win of the night. Let's go. I mean, there's a world where I want 3 energy switches too. So I could take just all these things I've cut so far, which is the Lily's Clefairy, the Lily's Pearl, the second Psychic Energy, and I could add another Nest Ball for early game consistency setup. Because while Arven would be great to set up some stuff, I'm always going to want to be using Crispin. So none of that really matters. There's also only 2 Fan Rotoms. Like, you can only use one of them, but you run them both for the consistency. I mean, another Area 0 would be nice. And then I could add a 3rd energy switch. Alright, let's see if that helps with consistency. I'm also running Super Rod and Night Stretcher. There's an argument that you don't need them both, because if you're having to pull stuff back from the discard, it's probably already lost, but I don't know. A lot of different thoughts. Someone Robloxed me night once, saying silent out, it works. It might. It might. Alright, they've decided to go first, so we will be going second here. So we're going second. I honestly might as well start Wellspring inactive. It's not a terrible opening hand. Not a terrible opening hand. I'll probably end up playing down the Latias as well. And they're taking a Mully. Oh, this is the Iono deck with Belly Button. I've actually not played against this at all, so I actually have no idea what to... I have no idea what to expect from this deck. I know it can accelerate a lot of energy to itself. Yo, Sparkling Crystal in hand? Oh, hold up a second. It plays Raging Bolt? Or is this just someone trying to make Raging Bolt work in it? I've not seen any actual matches with this deck. I assume 2 Hoot Hoots. That's the only thing I... No, okay. They don't use any Hoot Hoots then. It's just all setting up the Belly Bowl. Once during each player's turn, that player may put up to 2 basic electric energy cards from the discard pile into their hands. Man, if I would have top deck a Crisp in there, that would have been spicy. That would have been spicy. Although the Lily's Clefairy might come into play here with the Raging Bolt active. Ooh. I'll throw both energy. But I am also going to need to Earthen Vessel away one more thing. I am going to need to Earthen Vessel away one more thing. Because I'm getting Teal Mask for a 1 draw. Or maybe I just grab the Fan Rotom and set up for next turn, but I still need to... Earthen Vessel here. Maybe we grab the Fan Rotom for the setup for next turn. Maybe that is smarter gameplay overall. We just attach the Sparkling Crystal and Sob. We don't even look for energy. I mean, I can just grab energy, though. Or, I actually could have made that work. We can play down the Latias. But I wouldn't be able to get an attack off. Because I could grab Ditto, play down the Latias, free retreat into Ditto, switch Ditto into something else. I don't know what else I would switch them into, though. That would matter, other than... And it would help clear stuff out of our deck. Could switch them into Mew? I don't know. There's a... Because I can use this here to grab back the electric energy that I threw away. And I can use the electric energy to... I can discard it again with the Earthen Vessel. So let's play down Ditto. Let's play down Latias. I know I'm not getting the attack off this turn anyway, so I might as well just toss it. Grass and water energy. A lot of our energy is prized. Yeah, turning into Mew isn't the play here. We just turn into... I mean, we definitely have an electric weakness here, but they play a lot of babies, so like Wellspring could just be the play. We could just go for over and over and over Wellspringing. It's gonna turn into this for now. I think the Sob play probably still would have been better, but I don't know. Probably would have been better. My first time seeing this deck, so I don't even know what their. Okay, well that sucks. Lose our Knocked Owls. Can I get one back? Sure can't. I don't know. I shouldn't be afraid to attach the Sparkling Crystal. I have to remember that the Lost Vacuum has rotated. And I can just attach items. Because this doesn't accelerate to anything. It only accelerates to Ionos, yeah. Okay, well, I was looking at that card, but thanks. As often as you like during your turn, you may attach a basic electric energy from your hand to one of your Ionos Pokemon. So you can only attach it to... Oh, but you can energy switch it. Okay. That is actually an interesting strat here. That is actually a very interesting... That is very interesting. Huh. The energy switch. I don't know. Will it even work overall? I mean, I'm just going to kill this Raging Bolt real fast, though. Would like to use Jewel Seeker? Yes. I think what I want to grab here is Area 0, and I think I want to grab Ultra Ball. So that way I can grab another Knocked Owl for a Crispin. And I think I just get Lily's Clefairy and just kill this Raging Bolt who has energy on it. I think that's my best play right now. I don't need the other Wellspring. The issue though is if I don't have energy, but I can put the energy back with the Super Rod, so that should no longer matter. Actually double check first where my energy is looking like. Yeah, I don't have any other energy, so I will need to use the Super Rod. To put back both of these energies, and I could put back the Wellspring, but I don't think I need the Wellspring because I already have the one benched, and I don't think I'm going to need it. So put those back in there. We're going to Nest Ball first, grab out Lily's Clefairy. We're going to play Knocked Owl. I know I want the Crispin. What else do I want here? Maybe Energy Switch? To prep... Even Wellspring. How much damage am I going to do? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14... That's 280, so just on my side of the field alone, I have enough damage. I guess I could just go ahead and grab the Sparkling Crystal. Actually, no. Let's grab a Nest Ball. Grab a Nest Ball and have another Hoot Hoot set up. Grass Energy into hand. That there. That there. Retreat into that. Nest Ball for a Hoot Hoot. Teal Dance. There. Counter Catcher's now never going to come into play. So whenever I can throw away the Counter Catcher, throw it away, because I'm always either going to be at a lead. Theoretically, hopefully that's the plan. Double Crispin off the prize cards. Alright, they have a 6-card hand, and they can do 230. So they can take a return knockout this turn if they are able to get 4 energy down. But I think, honestly, if they do, like, my hope here is to, and the Ionos kill a Wattrel. What do you do? You must discard a basic electric energy from this Pokemon. In order to use this ability, once during your turn, you may draw until you have 6 cards into your hand. So you have to attach for turn here. They might just be cooked. Chat, they might just be cooked. You're going to attach to Kilowattrel and use the ability to draw 4 cards, which I do think is there, or they're not. Or they're not. Maybe they had 2 energy in hand. Surely you would have rathered... Okay, where they have Professor's Research, it doesn't matter. Did you get your Jester win off of the fact that you did not talk about getting Roblox? They only had 1 fighting type. Okay, so they're going to throw away the fighting type energy, maybe? No, they're going to throw away Professor Zod, get 2 more. Okay, so they will get their attack off. Which does do, like I said, 230. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. So they're doing a lot to get this attack off. Okay, they were waiting to save it till then, which actually does make sense. Does make sense to do it after the research. Get to see more cards that way. Absolutely makes sense. I don't know how much energy this deck runs, though. So I don't know realistically what I should be afraid of. So next turn they can attack, but they can retreat. It's a 2-cost retreat. And they can just set it back up if they just get the energy back in their hand, which I feel like is probably going to be pretty easy. They probably play 4 energy retrievals. They probably honestly play a lot of different ways to retrieve energy. I think my only option here is to go for a Wellspring, so we'll go for Crispin. I cannot Crispin again. Actually, I'll be able to Crispin next turn because all this energy will go back into the deck. I have Energy Switch, so I think I will utilize a Teal Dance first. Gives me another Energy Switch. I do require the Water Energy since I'm not playing the Crystal. I mean, I am playing the Crystal, it's not attached. So we're going to go for the Torrential Pump, which does 100 damage. And 120 damage to their benched Pokemon. So I could do 120 onto Kilowattrel and take the knock, which does get rid of their draw power, which could be something. Put 120 on Raging Bolt and prep for a 4-prize knockout. If I'm able to get off another attack, but I'm going to be honest with you, chat. I don't think I'm going to get off another attack. I think they're going to have a retreat option. Honestly, it might have been better to sob there. This does put me at an awkward prize count, but I'm not too upset about it. Maybe there's a world where Terrabox plays Briar. But Briar, they need to be at 2 prizes left, so maybe not. Turns out I accidentally haunted Pirate who had Seer as a target. No! Seer claim I never proposed. Claim Briar, that's funny. Alright, they attach 1 to themselves. Can they get any more off? Please tell me they can't. Please tell me they have to pass back to me. That'd make me so happy. Okay, the Iono, that is a good Iono for them. I had a lot of good cards in hand. Had a lot of strong cards in hand. Okay, yeah, they're going to get their retreat. They're going to get their... Dang. That's an interesting... It's my first time playing against this deck. First time seeing it. I don't think it needs the Raging Bolt, though. I think the Raging Bolt and Professor Sada's Vitality, I think that's just taking up space in this deck. Because it's obviously you're a 280 HP Pokemon that's only a stage 1 and hits for 230 and is only a 2 retreat cost that your stadium allows you to get the retreated energy back. I don't see why you would ever be playing Raging Bolt. I mean, I guess maybe you want Raging Bolt to deal with some of the higher, like, HP Pokemon. Even then, I don't know. I just can't see it. I just can't see it being worthwhile. Let's grab this energy back so I can keep my energy switch and use my energy switch for Professor's research. Right? 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 Maybe this is like Cornerstone play here? Maybe this is a Cornerstone play here, because they can't damage Cornerstone. They would have to gust me. Because to attack with Terapagos... I can't even take a knockout with Terapagos. Take a knockout with Pikachu. But all that stuff is gone. Alright, let's go Ogerpon. I don't love it, but I don't love it. We do get the Area 0, which we will bump, just so that way they can't have it next turn. Getting the attack, I need the crystal, and I need energy switch. So we'll grab both of those. What would I be nest balling? Nest ball Pheasantipity for draw, actually. Actually, I don't even need the energy switch because I have attachment here. Lay down Fez. Flip the script. I don't think Blood Moon comes into play here. And there might be a world where Blood Moon comes into play. I don't super see it. And we could try and set up Pikachu. I mean, or I boss with Blood Moon next turn, but I mean... I think both of those energies are gone. Yeah, both of those energies are gone, though. So I can use Blood Moon to take the knock next turn. Basically they have to gust to win, or retreat and attack with Raging Bolt, which is also very, very possible. I guess that's maybe why Raging Bolt is in this list. I just don't think they need it. Prime Catcher for the win. All right, well that's GG. And they grab Fez, they grab Ogerpon, they grab Lugia. Doesn't really matter who they grab here, or Latias. Lugia, Latias, doesn't really matter who they grab here. Pirate game! All they need is one singular electric energy. And I assume they have it. Arso, Mayor, BG, yikes, good luck. Bless you, kitty. You've been really sneezy today. They're taking a long time to attach a singular energy. What were they thinking so long for there? What? What were they thinking about for so long? GG. Yeah, it's an interesting deck. First time seeing it. Again, I guess I see why the Raging Bolt is here. What do they need it? Did they ever do anything with this Voltorb? No, I don't know what they're doing with Voltorb. And I don't think I ever saw... They took mulligans. I don't think I ever saw why they have the Voltorb. I don't know what the Electrode has. I can find what, like, a deck list. I don't know. Again, I just don't know. It's Belly Bolt, but I just don't know what half the cards in it do. Just open up random City League tournaments and trying to find it. And there's a Crusader. Yeah, I believe in you. I believe in you. Has this deck just not done well over in... Maybe this deck just hasn't performed well, because I'm like not seeing any builds for it. I just don't know what the Voltorb... I just don't know what Voltorb they're trying to put on there. Or Electrode they're putting on there. Edit deck. All cards. Electrode. I just don't... Oh, maybe Iono's Electrode? This attack does 100 damage to itself. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active. Oh, dang. Okay, that's... that's why. But if it's tails, you get knocked out and I take a prize card. That's kind of wild. I guess we could have searched Iono. It is also Iono's Voltorb, which I didn't even see. This is just all of Iono's Pokemon. Not a bad deck. It was fun to see. It's fun to see in action. You love trying to catch Beldums. Beldum, why is Beldum such a hard catch? I get that it evolves into like Metagross, but like no other game has like that super cool Pokemon that it has that makes it such a difficult catch rate. Like Beldum is as difficult to catch as like legendaries. I don't understand it. New it is kind of new Raging Bolt. It's old Raging Bolt. It's Raging Bolt people have played for a while. Is also really good in this next set. See, this is what I just don't like about the Terra box. Feels really bad when this is your opening hand. And it feels really bad constantly playing... Okay, actually, maybe this is different. Because the Hop variant doesn't normally play Area 0 Underdepths. But it just feels really bad to just keep having to play against Duraludon. I want to play against different decks. I want to see other things. Cornerstone Ogre. Okay, what is... I have no idea what we're playing against right here, chat. This is an interesting one. A Noctowl prized. Some energy is prized. Psychic energy is prized. That's problematic. Ogre Pawn prized. So I just don't want to attack for anything that has abilities. Are we gonna go for the retreat angle here to get out Ditto? Probably. I could actually nest ball just for... Is Latias prized? I didn't even check. Latias is not prized. I could just nest ball for Lati. But I don't know what I want to turn you into. Oh, probably into Wellspring. Probably into Wellspring, because I don't really know what I'm playing against, so I think having Wellspring would be better. Did I check on the crystal? Yeah, the crystal's there. I think that's probably the best case scenario there. Attach that. I could Ultra Ball away and get another Ogre Pawn down, but it's fine. We'll end the turn there. We will end the turn there. I don't know why the catch rate's so low. Fun fact, with a certain method, Beldum is impossible to capture. Is that method running away from it? Precious Trolley. They're going to put down 8 Pokemon here. And we will get a good idea of what this deck we're going up against is trying to do. Because this isn't a typical Duraludon that we've seen before rotation or after with Hop. Instead, this looks to be just a pure... Like, Archlodon is their attacker. Dunsparce is their... is their engine to, like, is their draw engine. So Dunsparce here evolves into Dunsparce. They have the ability run away once during your turn, draw 3 cards. If you draw cards like that, shuffle the Dunsparce and the attached cards, or the pre-evo, into your deck. They're switching here, though, probably because they don't have an attack this turn. I'm surprised they used their switch for that, though, knowing that I'm not gonna knock it out. I don't know where I want to put damage at this turn. I could just take 2 prize cards here, which I think might be the better call. I think it might be the better call to just take 2 prize cards. We don't even have to Crispin here. We could just Earthen Vessel Area 0 away. And use 1 less piece, and we could boss instead. I don't need Area 0 because they have Area 0. Who would I want to boss, though? I mean, I could take no prize cards here. I could truly... Dunsparce is a free retreat. I could take no prize cards here and just set up for a 4 prize. Could boss back up their Cornerstone, which they didn't want to leave inactive. I only put 100 on it, so it would take 3 turns to get the knock on it. It could be very well worth it. Be very well worth it. Because it would be a 2-tap for the Fez. I don't know, this could be the wrong play. This could be the wrong play. But depending on what happens here next turn, I can take the Pheasantipity. I won't take the full draw off of this, which kind of sucks, since they're just at a weird energy. So there we go. We're gonna see the runaway draw ability used here to draw 3 cards. Bring your cards this way. Shuffle this Pokemon all attached back into your deck. Fun fact: Metagross has been caught thanks to taking a double Iron Bash. Nice. Tang, join your family, or I'll send them to fight you. Alright, what are they going to do here? They do have energy in discard, which, to use the Archlodon's ability when you evolve per turn, like you take energy from the discard up to 2 and attach it. Are they going to go for a retreat here? Retreating here would be a bad call, especially if you retreat into a Dunsparce. You're giving me a 3 prize turn. Okay. Giving me a Durlodon, which I'll still put 100 damage on. Do you have anything in hand right now, or are you just thinning your deck by doing this? Okay, you do have 1 in hand. You cannot get an attack off this turn, though. Unless, I mean, actually they could if they have a second 1 in hand. Hold up a second. They actually can attack this turn if they have a second 1 in hand. Do they have 2 in hand? They do! What? That's incredible. Good for them. Sucks for me. Great for them. Fantastic for them. Except they didn't put it on... What? Why wouldn't you put it onto your act? Why wouldn't you put it on your active and start the prize trade? What? That's crazy. That's crazy to give it to me to start the prize trade. That's crazy to give it to me to start the prize trade. I do have energy switch, so I could actually energy switch this to something and start setting up for next turn. That's spicy, that's spicy. But I don't want to because I'd have to Ultra Ball for it. So we're going to put 100 damage here on the Durlodon. I mean, I could also use my Noctowl, but we're not going to use that. And we're just going to take out your Pheasantipity. So I now start the prize lead. Which, again, is crazy that you didn't just kill my Wellspring Ogerpon. Like, that makes no sense to me why you wouldn't just knock it. I know you can attach for this turn, because I think you're required to put both. You don't get to put them wherever you want. So two basic energy cards from your discard top. No, in any way you like. They could have put one here, could have put one there. I don't know why they didn't take the attack last turn. That was just a giant misplay. That's just a giant misplay. Alright, let's evolve here to get a Jewel Seeker. Man, I don't even know what I want to do here. Out of Nest Balls. I could grab Crispin. I have Ultra Ball in hand, so I could grab Crispin for Clefairy, but my other energy's prized. I definitely need Crispin to get an attack off here. And then maybe Energy Switch. No, maybe Buddy Buddy Poffin. Yeah, definitely Buddy Buddy Poffin to load up my bench so that way I can attack with Tropicos and take a knockout. Yeah. Put both of them down. I don't even know that I need the Crispin for this. No, I don't have energy in hand. Never mind. I was like, I could have actually just gone a different route here, but it's fine. It's fine. There's also a world where we go for Crown Opal as our attack. I actually grabbed the wrong energy. I could have went for a Crown Opal, which does 180. That might have actually been the better call. Go for the Crown Opal. It wouldn't have taken the knockout, but it would have meant they would have had to have Gust to dealt damage, which even next turn they can't kill me anyways unless they Gust. I think I'm fine with that no matter what. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that no matter what. I think this is just a win for us. Those final two prizes, though, one of those is my Psychic Energy, so Clefairy is not coming out at all this game, even though they very well could provide some damage for me. They could easily take a knock for me. That's where... Could they, though, actually? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 200, 220. Actually, they wouldn't have enough, never mind. Because they're not... I was like, with their bench full, they aren't going to leave all those Dunsparces on their bench. They take 220 here. So actually, my win is... Do I have Boss in deck, or did I already use Boss? I already used Boss. That's another thing with this deck. It might be better to have... Might be better just to have to add a second Boss to the deck. If they knock out, you just Blood Moon. That is true, because they can't take the knock on Blood Moon either. Like, they can't get the knockout this turn, so we deal damage. And then we can Blood Moon, we can use Blood Moon the next turn, because Blood Moon also only does 240 here. We just have no way to Gust with... Just one boss doesn't feel good. I feel like I need a second boss. One boss just doesn't feel good. Maybe we could also... We have Earthen Vessel in hand. I should have done it last turn. Maybe we just hit them... Yeah, my only fear, though, is that if they Turo and pick up their Archlodon. But, like, we could actually, with Energy Switch... We could Crown Opal... Right, let me make sure I'm understanding. During your next opponent's turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic. Oh no, from basic. Only from basic, but I don't need Area 0 anyway, so I'll throw it away to get draw here. That's why you gotta read chat. It's from basic. I mean, we could still Professor's Tarot here. And actually hit damage. And energy switch damage, and if they take the knockout, like... It might honestly be better to Turo this turn. And just attack again with Terapagos. Wiz reading since when, I know, right? Yeah, let's do that. Let's not give them a prize. I know we threw the energy away, but I don't care. Say just swing. It probably would have been. Probably. I'm probably definitely just overthinking this. Should have put down Blood Moon, but I mean the damage, the extra 30 damage isn't going to matter. Because the only thing that goes poorly here is if they Turo. I mean, they could also retreat. Which means... They could also just retreat here, which means Turoing and not giving them the 2 prizes might have been the better call. Because it's only a 2-cost retreat. And I don't see why they wouldn't. They aren't going for the Turo option, but they most likely are going to go for the retreat option, because why wouldn't they? Why would they just purposefully give the game to me? Yeah, I think I would like to either add a second boss or add a pal pad to get boss back in deck. Because if we had a... I don't know what they're digging for. Because they don't have anything that gives them game this turn, or even a knockout, because they already used their... They like their Precious Charlie, so Prime Catcher, unless they play counter. I mean, they could play Counter Catcher. They could be searching for a Counter Catcher to get a knockout. The only thing I can think of. That they would be digging so aggressively for. Yeah, and then next turn they can just retreat again. Dang, this is... that's rough. So if they retreat with this one, we hit the other one for 210. Then they retreat again into the other one for the knockout. We hit with Ursaluna. This went 240. They can't take the knock on the Ursaluna though, so they can't take the win without Gust. But when we also cannot really do much of anything. Trying to think of options in my deck for future proofing. Mainly I'm trying to think about Pikachu. Is there any world where I can attack with Pikachu this turn? I don't think there is though, because I think I threw that energy away that I needed, yeah. You'd need water energy, Pikachu. But I also don't want to throw that away. Mew doesn't do anything here because Mew takes up bench space. I only have 1 space left, so we'll throw in Mew. Just to look into our deck and see what's here. I mean, there's Super Rod. Super Rod Crispin. Super Rod these 2 back, but then I need Earthen Vessel. Which I could do next turn. Or I could grab another Hoot Hoot. And that actually, I think, gives me all the pieces that I need. Because this gives me 4 trainer cards. And one of them that I need is an energy switch. They take... Okay, wait, let me actually read. During your opponent... Oh, it just has no weakness. Has no weakness. It's not takes less damage. So I need Super Rod... And I need Crispin. And then I need to Super Rod Electric and Metal back into the deck. And then I need to play down Pikachu. And I need to Crispin. And I need the Metal and the Electric And then we attach them to Pikachu. And then we knocked Owl. There we go. Okay. The math's math, and I'm starting to see the lines of this deck. We grab Energy Switch, and it truly doesn't matter what else we grab, because we're just taking the knockout this turn. Alright, we retreat here. And then we Energy Switch. And then we Topaz Bolt for 300, taking the knockout. I couldn't have done that last turn because I had just put the Owls down, but hey, there we go. Yeah, it would have been better with the Blood Moon path, but then they just kept setting up all the Archlodons that would have just been chasing them off damage. And even then, I do think we would have eventually caught them, because that turn we would have put 210 on it, they would have taken our knockout, we would have promoted up Blood Moon, we would have dealt 240, they would have retreated, taken a knockout, but then we would have been in the same situation of... Well, no, then we would have needed to Toro different. So yeah, there were definitely... That path could have also won, but that one takes it without us taking a prize card. Or without them taking a prize card, rather. When you spell that bait in the Voodoo Masters. Hey, sometimes you just gotta go for it. This card has already... Well, we're starting to see the prices drop now that the set has, like, fully released on TCG Player. This card was, like, a couple $100 the other day. And I'm fairly certain has already dropped to, like, $35. Which is good, because I wanted it for my collection. Lily's Clefairy, just the regular, has dropped to $8. This has dropped to $23. That's so wild. How quickly the prices drop once the full release comes out. 110 was the highest it sold for on TCG Player, but I'm sure it sold for more on eBay. Absolutely wild. You got it from a pre-release? Let's go. I pulled the regular Clefairy from my pre-release kit. And my friend went to a pre-release. Did not pull a Clefairy, but ended up trading for that Clefairy. Someone traded it to them. I was hoping to get it from the what is the tournament collection? Because the tournament collection comes with it, but I was not able to get it. I was wanting to get it for my... I like Clefairy, like, just as a Pokemon, one of my favorite Pokemon. So I want to get all three of them, but I'm not imagining I'm going to get the most expensive one unless I just happen to pull it. And who finds product anymore these days? Who actually gets to open product anymore? Not me. I did get to open a booster box, though, but that's because I got lucky and I found one at my store that I didn't have to pay $300 for. Paid $140 for it, which is less than market. Alright, they're playing... What are they playing? What is this deck? What is this deck? Cook? A supporter? Heal 70 damage for active... What is it? What are you... What are you cooking? What are you cooking? Okay. I'm guessing this person just really likes Umbreon. They really like Umbreon and they want to play with Umbreon. Hoot Hoot, you down. I mean, there's maybe a world where we swing with Pikachu? Is there a world where we swing with Pikachu next turn? Not a great world. It's not necessarily a world I want to be in. I'm not going to dedicate a Sparkling Crystal to it just yet. But, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Next turn, I easily could. They don't do anything. Tomorrow after the Pokemon Go event, Fuzzy Body Research Day. Oh wait, I don't. What is this Pokemon Go event tomorrow? I got a notification about it earlier, but then didn't do anything with it. I saw the notification and I was like, oh, what is that? I should read that, and then I forgot. Okay, where my phone just isn't going to open. Okay, cool. I'm literally clicking on the notification, but it's just not. You just want a shiny Pokemon? Oh, they passed back. That doesn't feel good. Maybe they're AFK. What do I need for you? Electric and metal. But I also probably... I have Sparkling Crystal to be able to do anything this turn. Because I have to attach Retreat. I mean, hey, we get 2 prizes, so... I can live with it. I can live with it. They didn't do anything last turn, so this person might not be here. At the end of this turn, the game might just end. Good old prized Ditto. I don't know, they promoted pretty quickly there, so maybe they are actually there. Fuzzy Buddy Research Day, Pokemon Go. Okay, they are actually there. They're not AFK. Does Cerebi have a... Oh. Leak Duck. Local time 2 to 5 p.m. Oh, so it's like a community day? Featured Pokemon are Teddiursa, Cubchoo, Pancham, and Stuffle will be shiny. Increased spawns for Sentret, Slackoth, Bidoof, Minccino, and Bunnelby that it can be shiny. It's focused on, as the title suggests, Fuzzy Buddies. Although I don't picture Cubchoo as being fuzzy, but I guess they are. Or Bunnelby, because Bunnelby's a ground type. I expect them to. I just picture them being more rigid. That's fun. That'll be fun. I need a Super Rod if I'm planning to attack with Crispin again next turn. Or with Pikachu again, rather. Actually, I guess just the electric energy in hand. Actually, hold up a second. I think I actually can take another attack here. I can just attack. I can grass energy and then I have electric in hand. Hold up a second. That's incredible. Water energy into hand. Grass energy there. Electric energy. We'll play down Wellspring in case. I mean, they can't actually. I was like, in case they get the knock, they literally can't get the knock. Unless they have, like, something that burns me or poisons me. I don't know what this person was cooking, but it wasn't anything good. I'm just gonna be honest. It wasn't good, whatever they were cooking. They got cooked, I'll tell you that much. Hey, there we go. They can see. I realized we don't have our soft reset counter on this screen. Wait. Hold up a second. Let me cook. Hold up a second. Maybe right here. There we go. That way you all can see how many soft resets, right? I don't know what they were cooking. I don't know if they were just bricking, but I don't know what that deck was. Wolf, how are you doing? Welcome on in. I don't know. I still do like the thought of adding another boss, especially in the late game. I feel like it's so important to have some type of gust option. But I don't know what I would cut for it. I mean, I could cut an area. Like, I think it can work with only 2 area zeros. I think it can work with 2 area zeros. It's tough if you go up against a deck that is playing a lot of like, stadiums of their own. Brute Bonnet and Inzorark. Brute Bonnet and Inzorarks. I want to say I've actually seen that. I've seen Brubon in what? Maybe it was in the Hops deck. No, I think I've definitely seen it in Zorark. With the Mochi on it. Yeah, I've definitely seen it in Zorark. I haven't got to play against Inzorark. All I've been playing against, other than like random off-meta stuff like that, has been Hop Zacian. I haven't played against a single person playing Zorark yet. But yeah, I think it is definitely something, because with the Mochi can definitely help increase that damage that you're getting, that you need to be getting. I do like the 3 energy switches. Do like the 3 energy switches. Sure, I'll play a quick one. I'd like to play against Inzorark. I have no idea what to, maybe I drop a Nest Ball. I mean, the 4 Nest Balls has been nice, but maybe I can survive with 3. There's also Buddy Poffin to get out either early game, a Hoot Hoot, or hopefully more a Fan Rotom, or a Ditto if it's not priced. I mean, best case scenario is always just starting with Ditto and active. That is truly best game scenario, or best case scenario is just starting with the Ditto and active, and then can just turn it into whatever I want. Alright, we'll try the 2 bosses and see if this is it. See if this is better. I wish I could cut a Fan Rotom since you only ever need 1, but like you need both. You need both. Because there's the likelihood of not getting one just would suck. Alright. Inzorark, I actually don't know. I assume since they're an Evo deck, they want to go first. But I don't know. They might want to go second. I don't think they're playing Badoo. They also might be. Add a Palpad instead. Palpad instead might be best case. Then my other thought is, because the Palpad is also good because it can bring back a Crispin if I need it, if a Crispin was prized. I don't know, there's definitely a world where... Am I going first or second? Go first. There's definitely a world where having the Palpad is better. Oh, you also cannot see the the number of resets even a little bit on my screen. Well, Buddy Poffin for Ditto and Fan Rotom. I think we want to do some Wellspring snipes here. I think that's going to be our best. We have both bosses. Energy switches. I think that's definitely what we want to do here. Fan Call. Thin out the deck a little bit. Always nice. Transform into Wellspring. I think Wellspring is what we want here. We could attach. We won't attach. We'll just pass. Yeah. We could attach, but I mean, if we're gonna get a Wellspring off, like we're gonna hit it with the knockdown, and we're gonna get the Crystal and the Crispin, so we don't need it. We can save that energy in case we top deck a Teal Mask. The Palpad might be better. Because the Palpad also could get back Turo if we need it. Could get back Professor's Research if we get into a bind. We also have no hand disruption, which I'm not crazy about. I'm not crazy about not having hand disruption. Crispin Crystal. I'm not crazy about not having hand disruption. But again, it's one of those situations where in most cases, I mean, maybe is Iono better than is Iono better than Professor's Research? Because if I'm using a Professor's Research, obviously, like, we're getting 7 cards into our hand, which is good to get a lot of cards into our hand, but would it be better to have Iono? I don't know. How often am I using the Professor's Research? Only one lover left day 2, and it's a TI. Oh, wait, day 2? Dark, how on day 2 do you only have 1 landlubber left? How have you made it to that point? Alright, what does Darmanitan do? Flame Body Cannon. Discard all energy from this Pokemon, and this attack also does 90 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Because the whole way I know this deck works is with In's Zoroark being the, like, uses an ability from the bench. One of In's Pokemon. If you use this attack when you have exactly 1 prize card remaining, you win this game. That's hilarious. I love that. I love that. I put down In's Reshiram. In's Reshiram, 170 or Powerful Rage, does 20 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Okay. Okay. Alright, we do get to take 3 prizes here. But after this, we do not have a setup for anything else. So I think we'll grab Crispin and maybe Nest Ball. Nest Ball so we can energy. We have energy switches that we can utilize later to move stuff over. I definitely think that is good. We can move stuff around later if we need to. Teal Dance. Alright. And then we Torrential Pump. Take the knockout. And I think we take out in Zorar, right? Right? I want to see what this deck can do. I'm gonna take out this. I know taking out the Zeraora would have been better, because that would have stopped them from attacking. I know the better choice would have been to take out the Zeraora, but I want to see how this deck hits. And we also still only need to take 2 prizes, which I think we'll be able to do anyways. I mean, I have no other Hoots on the bench to be able to do anything with. Like, I could have, this card is so cool. They have the trade, which I know about that ability. Discard a card, draw 2 cards, which is pretty great. And then Night Joker, you use 2 energy to choose one of your benched In's Pokemon attacks and use it as this attack. That's pretty solid. See if your dark Pokemon for each of those Pokemon, search your deck for basic dark energy and attach it to the Pokemon. Probably attach it to... It's probably a world where you'd want 2 down, and you attach to both, but you can also put it on Pheasantipity to have like a snipe draw for later. And then In's PP up allows you to attach... It's only to your benched In's Pokemon, though. Ooh, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was only to benched. I haven't read In's PP up. And then with the Binding Mochi here... I mean, I guess for this, I guess you don't even need Brute Bonnet if you're using Jane's Secret Art. How much does that do? 210 exactly? That's pretty nice. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. If you take the 1 hit from the poisons, they'll be at 260. 260 left. Area 0. Let's get a draw. Love to see a Nest Ball. So I do have Psychic Energy. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. 200, 240. I only do 240, so I wouldn't get the knockout with Lily's Clefairy. I wouldn't get the knockout with Wellspring either. Pikachu would get the knockout, but I would also need Crispin. I don't even know who I'm pulling right here. Maybe Terapagos? I think Terapagos. Hitting for 210. Again, max I can hit for is 240, but I mean that's just not enough damage. It doesn't super matter. So we'll just hit for the 210. Hit for the 210, then it jumps to 230. If they stay in act, I don't know that they can do. Do you have anything? Oh shoot! Wait, Powerful Rage does 20 damage for each damage counter, so 23 times. That actually does a lot of damage. Hold up a second. 460 damage, if my math is right. Great Iono. Hits the trade. Yeah, definitely the matchup here is just wanting to take out the Inzeruo as early as you can. I think honestly this is a bad matchup for Zork. 500 damage. That's how much it is. My math was off. Oh, that's also I wasn't factoring in the Binding Mochi. The Binding Mochi also obviously heavily increases that damage. Binding Mochi also heavily increases that damage. It's honestly not bad. The Inzorark deck, pretty solid. Pretty solid deck. Hey, thanks for playing. I like I said, I hadn't had a chance really to see what that deck can do. I know that was definitely like that could have gone either way. Yeah, that was a top deck too. Your Iona was great because I obviously had the knockdown on hand that I'd picked up. So I was going to get it next turn, but then your Iono got rid of all that, but I still managed to get another energy switch. So I do like the 3 energy switch. And then I top decked the Blood Moon. So absolutely a crazy run. Yeah, the Silgifi is very funny though. I would love to can you imagine the hype if like someone wins using that on like center stage at like a regional, and they just like binge it down and they go, I have 1 prize card left, I win. But I do think it's so situational. I don't know. I am liking this build more. I don't know. I really feel like I do need 2 Clefairies for if I end up going up against a lot of Bolts or Dragapults. But I just don't know what people are planning, like what the vibe is going to be. I mean, people are really on this hop kick right now, at least online. But do I think a lot of people are going to show up to Atlanta playing Hops Duraludon? Not Hops, Hop Duraludon. Zacian Duraludon? I don't know what that deck is. Whatever you want to call it. Duraludon with Hop. If I expect, I don't know. Because there is definitely some text that I could probably add to make that matchup fair. Like, I have won the majority of the matchups, but they've also won, like, a decent amount of the matchups today, because it is a fairly decent, like, matchup for them. Hops Batang. Oh, why are you playing Froakie? Is this Greninja? I haven't played against a Greninja deck in so long. Why you gotta do this to me? No, Ditto is prized. Oh no. I was really excited to pull out Ditto there. Probably I'll bench Terapagos and just attach energy to them. So I can get an attack next turn. Ooh, and Crystal is prized. Ew. Crystal is prized. That's why I redeem. I mean, honestly, the redeemable ticket isn't terrible. I had it in this deck. Kyogre, what is this? What are you doing to me? You may switch out your opponent's active Pokemon to the bench. I mean, that takes so much energy, though. How are you accelerating that 4 energy in a water deck? And Crispin obviously is a choice, but it's not a Terra, so you can't Crystal. Lacey, shuffle your into your deck and draw 4 cards. If your opponent has 3 or fewer price goes remaining, draw 8 instead. I almost never see Lacey. Oh, you're right, Bascalibur. You're right, Bascalibur. You're right. Ye old Bascalibur. I think I can take... I think I can knock the Kyogre this turn. I don't know why they're playing... I don't know why Gibble's in this deck. I think I can take the knock this turn. I think I can. How many... 2 Hoots in deck. 4 Pokemon. I need to place 4 Pokemon. Buddy Poffin for that. Yeah, I can take the knock. What else do I want to grab, though, for fun? Maybe a Nest Ball? Or no. Boss's orders. But you... I think I do, actually... I mean, I could place both of them, but I need Earthen Vessel, and I really don't want Earthen Vessel away. Like, Noctowl. Because I have 2 spots. Blood Moon... Grass, and... grab Metal. Retreat. Boss. Grab a single Nest Ball. I mean, obviously I'm gonna grab something else, but I don't think I want to nest. I don't think I need 2 Nest Balls here. Because we'll put Pheasantipity for the 4th spot. Maybe grab Crispin for next turn potential setup of something. I don't know what, because I won't have anything down to Crispin 2. Ultra Ball? I mean, I'm going to get a restart here with an Ultra Ball to get another Noctowl next turn. Might be better. I don't know, it's such a weird spot right here. Put down Ogerpon. Put down Fez. Get a single restart. Hey, there's the Crispin. Got it anyways. Got another Grass Energy. And the 240 Unified Beatdown. I don't know what this person is cooking. I don't know what this person's cooking. Terrible prizes. Not helpful at all to what I need. Right, let me also move my counter here, because you cannot read it at all with that background. I put it right there. There we go. You can see it a little bit. You can see it better now. It's blending into my white cards. He's correct about the Oracle game. Nice. They pass. What is this person playing? And why are they playing it? We take another knockout here. Truly nothing to do. Nothing to really set up until they open up bench space for me. Do I want to attach anything? I don't think so. Really? I mean, I don't know what this Gibble is. So, I mean, I guess there's a world where I Crispin and attach both things to Pheasantipity and take out the Gibble. Like, am I afraid of the Gibble? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe I'm afraid of the Gibble. But it also, I mean, unless they rare can't, maybe I'm afraid of the Gibble. I don't know. Let's see what the Gibble is. Let's see what you're doing with the Gibble. I just want to see what you're doing with the Gibble. Just show me. Hey, there's that Ditto. Don't need you now, friend. Yeah, where is Cynthia at? What you gonna do with the Gibble? You're gonna bite! That's what you're gonna do with the Gibble? You're just gonna bite? Oh, it feels bad. Feels bad, man. Let it live. Hey, there's my sparkling crystal. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. That's funny. That's funny. That's what happens when you're climbing the ladder. People play just the wildest things. I matched into Quad Thorns again, like last night. I'm like, people are still playing Quad Thorns? Was if you want to straw me in TCG, you can, because I don't know what WT. I just threw my ring, that's what I'm doing. Hey, look, I couldn't get good at regular or like VG Pokemon, so I had to do it. I had to try and get good at the Pokemon TCG, you know? I'm only mediocre here. I'm only mediocre when it comes to this. Although we'll see. I'm hoping to perform well in the cup I'm going to tomorrow. I have won a challenge. I have most recently got 8th place in a challenge. Oh, feels bad starting the Blood Moon. Yikes, you hate to see that. Okay, I can at least I'd like to nest ball for Fan Rotom and get Ditto down and switch into the Fan Rotom. Okay, we also got Latias. I mean, not into the Fan Rotom, into the Ditto. Not terrible. I just hate Ogerpon being, or Blood Moon being on the bench when I don't need to use them. This is 2 games in a row where I've, I know, Sparkling Crystals in hand. Like where I prized. Maybe I do need a redeemable ticket. Alright, grab Fan Rotom. We also don't even have to use the switch here. We can use Latias instead, but that will be filling up my bench pretty well. Not grab an I feel like I would rather not grab a Noctowl and get 2 Hoothoots down. I don't know. That might be the wrong call. I don't think I want to dedicate bench space to Latias right now. I don't want to block my bench space with Latias. I assume this is Dragapult. So I'm gonna go into Wellspring Ogerpon. I'm just gonna assume that's what it is since they're playing with Duskull. We'll attach. I have no reason not to put the Sparkling Crystal out because they can't knock me next turn if this is Dragapult. I mean, maybe I should have just held it in hand. I assume it's not Dragapult, but I don't know what other deck right now is running Duskull. You about to pass back to me? Oh, it feels bad, man. I have Latias in hand. Oh, that feels... Okay, well that's just a donk. Can you just concede so I don't have to go through all this? We just grab Crispin and it's a donk. I don't know, I'm trying to grab other items. All I need is Crispin. I don't even need the crystal. Alright, buddy, we'll just put you out of your misery nice and sweet, nice and quickly. I don't know why I shuffled the energy back in, but it's there. They bricked. They bricked. Happens to the worst of us and the best of us. You're catching fossils using rare candies because I'm too lazy when he evolved by 1 level. Very rough to only get 1 Pokemon down. The corner who left day 1 got an achievement. What possible achievement could they get? I guess maybe they still technically won even though they left, didn't they? So is it like win as corner? I do think going first feels really good. I am a fan of going first with this deck. I do think it does feel better to go first here. I don't like any of these actives. If I gotta put someone in active, I guess it's Hoot. We'll see what deck they're playing. Is this the same person I just played? They're using the same sleeves. I didn't pay attention to the name. Arso 1? Interesting. I wasn't paying attention to the name. Could be the same person. Hold up a second. This could be the same person. Clefairy does come into play here. Three Noctowls prized? Yikes. 3 Noctowls prized. That is, not what you ever want to see. Not what you, ever want to see. Big yikes there. I won't even worry about benching another one. I'll just get a Noctowl into my hand. I already have one inactive, so I guess it doesn't super matter anyways. Imagine this person bricks again and goes through the exact same pain that they just went through. Imagine this person is bricked again and they go through the exact same pain 2 games in a row. To sit there and watch me do like 15,000 things in my turn. Okay, no. Buddy by Poffin and TM Evo? No, Rescue Board. Buddy by Poffin for a Dreepy and a Badoo. I need 11 more mons before you're stuck with the legendaries. Nice. And then Rescue Board into the Badoo. And then Itchy Pollen. So no items to be used this turn, which is fine. Crisp Spin is all I was planning to use this turn. I'm not even Noctowling this turn. I mean, there's nothing to really Noctowl for. I already have Crispin in hand. And we'll take 2 prizes. Although their Itchy Pollen does suck, though, because it does put me in range to be killed by a Dragapult, which is... always feels bad. Oh. They conceded. They said, you know what? I don't want to play you. I think that was the same person. Latius004. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Latius004. That you've got done dirty twice. I was really hoping it was going to be Latius004 again. I was really hoping it was going to be Latius004. Man, I have won so many coin flips tonight. That only means inevitably I'm going to lose every single coin flip at the cup I go to tomorrow. Love seeing Ditto in active. Love seeing Ditto starting out in active. The only way this would be better is if this was also if this was a Fan Rotom instead of a Hoot Hoot. Yeah, so tomorrow I am going to play in a cup. I'm honestly not expecting it to be a super busy cup because there are 2 other cups happening the same day tomorrow. And to be completely honest with you, the 2 other places are typically more people are at them. And one of them is doing a $1,000 prize pool. Like a 1K in-store credit for first place. But I'm gonna be real with you all. I don't think I'm gonna win that. That's all the sweats are gonna come try and win $1,000. So I'm not gonna go for that. I think we should get rid of Area 0 here. So instead, I'm gonna go to this store, this other store, which is the store that I bought the booster box from. So I like the store. And hopefully can win there. It would be my first cup win, which would be pretty exciting. So we'll see what we can make happen. Tomorrow will be my swan song of Miraidon, because rotation, while it has happened on TCG Live, has not happened in actual standard play. It's not until April 12th, 11th, whatever day Atlanta Regional is. Which is where I will be playing and participating. But I'd like to get a cup win. Okay, they just left. The 12th. The 12th is the first day. Or realistically, what I'm hoping for tomorrow, if not a cup win, a cup win would be fantastic. That'd be so cool. My goal tomorrow is to hit top 8. I've never top 8 in a cup. I've gotten pretty close. I've gotten 9th in a cup. And I've gotten like 11th in a cup. But I've never top 8'd in a cup. This is also my first season of playing competitively. And I've won a challenge. Went to a challenge earlier this week. Squeaked into 8th place. Bubbled in. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. Hoping for some good stuff. We're probably only going to play 1 or 2 more games. 1 or 2 more games tonight. Starting Wellspring, I guess, is fine. Not a lot of things in our hand. I might Ultra Ball. Or, of course, we gotta bring it back to Hopzacian. Can't not have a game without Hopzacian. Blood Moon is just impactful here. Blood Moon is impactful in this matchup, but I could get it back later with a Super Rod or a Night Stretcher. Area 0 is impactful, Crispin is impact, Fez is impact. We're going to throw Blood Moon. We can get them back later, because I want to attach for turn here. We're going to grab Fan Rotom. We aren't going to be going for a Ditto option here. Super Rod and Stretcher are both there, so we can get Blood Moon back pretty easily. And my Crystal is there. Okay, so good stuff here. So I should be able to get a nice attack off next turn. Should be the operative word. And we'll attach that there. Yeah. I think that's for the best. I think that's for the best. You're done for the night on Sword and Shield. I at some point will finish off my BDSP living decks there. 2 Durlodons down. All they need is... So here's the thing with Hop's band. I can't think of the name of it. The band they attach that increases damage by 30. It also subtracts an energy cost by 1. So they don't even need energy to attack. They just need the band. Professor Sturu to pick up who? Zacian? Yeah, to send up Tatsugiri. To send up Tatsugiri, which is not good for them then. That means they did not have energy. Because you're attracting customers to grab Boss's Order, sure. But you Professor Turo'd this turn, so the Boss's Order isn't doing anything for you. So we do get a nice little turn here. We are going to grab the Crystal. We might not even grab Crispin. Honestly, there's a world where we just grab Crystal, Earth, and Vessel. But I don't think that's... I think we grab Nest Ball instead. I think we grab Nest Ball to Nest Ball down a Teal Mask. And then we still crisp and attach a random energy and then grass energy into hand to put on 2. Yeah, I think we do that. Because that just gives us longer, better setup down the road. That if I just have energy on board that I can, like, energy switch away. I think long term it'll be better to have that in play. I wish they would have put them down so I could have put damage onto them, but I know why they didn't put them down. Okay, so we got our Night Stretcher, so we can get back our Blood Moon. I don't need it back right this second, so I'm not going to do anything with it. Oh, wait. Actually, do we Sob here instead? Do we Sob lock them instead of giving them a prize card? I mean, instead of giving them Fez Draw? Because they would have Professor Turo to pick it up. They've already used... I don't know how many Turos they run. Let's Sob them. We know they have Boss's Order in hand. We know they have Boss in hand. So they could Boss us and force us to throw away an energy, but... I would rather do this and potentially get a Boss, because the reason I'm waiting is to get a Boss option, so that way I can better spread this damage out. That's not it. That's not better damage spread. Night Stretcher for Grass Energy. We have the Super Rod in deck. Fan Rotom does nothing. Sob. 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 Maybe I should have put down Terapagos Attached Energy. Maybe. I don't care. I'm gonna go for the attract customers. I don't even think did they attract customers last turn, actually? No, they didn't even attract customers last turn. Awkward. Arven. I don't know what they would be grabbing off the Arven. Maybe Hop's Bag. Hop's Bag in the band. Maybe. I don't know that they play Switch. If they play Switch, probably Switch. Switch and band. No, Earthen Vessel and... What is the name of the band again? Is it Hop's Choice Band? Hop's Choice Band, that's what it is. Earthen Vessel, discard energy, which makes sense to set up for the Archlodon. I think they only play Metal Energy. I don't know why they would play any other type of energy. I haven't matched into any... I haven't had any Walls matchups tonight. They pass back. They still aren't benching. I just want you to bench. That's all I want you to do. I just want you to bench this Pokemon for me. Alright, maybe we go for the attack here. Because at this point I sob this turn, I sob next turn. Shoot. I mean, I guess we just take it. Because they're also just building up a very large hand if I don't. I was just hoping to draw into something that would have been more helpful. We just didn't draw into anything. But here's the thing. If I do this, I don't have a response next turn. Let's give him one more sub, because right now I have no response for next turn. I hate it. I hate them having a 10-card hand. I hate them having such a giant hand. Attract those customers. Iono? I wouldn't hate an Iono. You want to Iono me? I would actually love an Iono right now. Because here's best option. Here's what I would love to do. I would love to boss up one of the Durlodons and sob it. That's what I would love to do. Alright, Earthen Vessel. Fan Rotom doesn't do anything here. Grass, I'm sure. Very short on energy. And we're going to shuffle this Grass energy back into the deck. No, that is nothing helpful. That is nothing helpful. I mean, I could bench it and start attaching energy to it, since it would need a full third energy. Man, I was really hoping for the boss so I could lock someone. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We aren't gonna sob because it doesn't do anything. We can at least put damage over here. Because the sob kills them anyways, and I'm not gonna pass. Okay, energy switch is good. Energy switch, if my hand stays as it is, we do know they have Iono in hand. It does allow me an attack next turn, because I can energy switch and energy attach for turn. I don't need Crispin for it, but I feel like they want to Iono me. They now have 2 Ionos in hand. They also have a Boss's Order in hand. They play down their Hop Zacian. They play down their Hop Snorlax. Are they going for an attack this turn? I don't think they can without evolving Archladon, so that way they can get the 2 energy to retreat. Because I don't think this deck plays Latias. I could be wrong. They might be about to pull out a Latias right now. Yo, Temporal Force is ETB at MSRP on Amazon. I grabbed Fez for the Fez retreat, or for the Fez flip the script. I don't want Temporal Forces. Wiz, have you tried cheating? I heard you get what you want every time. You know what? I have not. There is the Iono. We were expecting the Iono. There's the boss I've been looking for. Switching into the Hop Zacian. I'm surprised they didn't just grab Switch earlier when they used Arven. I'm really surprised they didn't just grab it then and start hitting. So right now they're doing 30, 60, 90. Okay, actually they're doing 2. If they add both of these energy to Hop Zacian, they actually knock me. Yeah, they knocked me out. Ugh, unfortunate. Unfortunate. Okay. I think we send up you because you can retreat for 1. Not great. Not great pulls. Would have loved to have gotten the Super Rod. The Super Rod would have been a great pull. Could sob block this. Is this what I want to sob block, or actually would it be better to sob block the Snorlax? Actually, maybe locking the Snorlax? But I'd be looking at it twice. But if they evolve, they can put 2 energy there. How many energy do they have in discard? 0? Maybe Fez. Let's lock the Fez, actually. Let's do the Fez. Because the Fez, we can eventually also Torrential Pump if I get a Crispin. I mean, it won't feel good to like try and do multiple Torrential Pumps here. But they can't retreat unless they have Professor's Turo or another switch. But if I would have bossed up one of the Durlodons, they only need to evolve another one and get energy onto it, and they can hit for 220 and take a knockout. I can't get the retreat, but they can hit for 220 and get the knockout. With Fez there's no way to accelerate energy to Fez. Now with Arven, do they grab a switch? They grab a switch, we're cooked. grab... Oh, Prime Catcher. We're cooked. They might target my Fez, but my Ogre Pawn is a better target. My Ogre Pawn's a better target because it has energy on it. Cooked. I think that's just GG. Their Iono was a perfect time. There was a perfect Iono. We're starting to see, like I said beforehand, in previous times that I played against this, when I was testing the other day, I was having pretty much constantly beating it. But now we're having like a pretty solid back. I've won as many times as I lost. So this deck is actually better than I initially gave it credit for. Like, I knew it was solid, but it is very consistent. It's very consistent, which is a scary thing. Scary thing to play against as a consistent deck. I know I could have energy switched and hit for 70, but I don't think that 70 is ever going to matter, because if I ever put something up to attack it that isn't a one prizer here, like next turn, it's going to be something that can knock it out. So I would just rather keep the energy not in my discard pile. They just need Gust for game. Man, if I would have just gotten the boss earlier and kept that lock going. Yeah, this is a very consistent deck. I definitely need to figure out if there's something better I could be teching in, especially if I'm going to see more of this. I think that's just game. I mean, obviously I could Pikachu, and I could hide behind Pikachu and force them to take an additional turn. But the fact that everyone gets this deck, yeah, I mean, just plays well. I mean, I could attach Energy Switch over, like I could Torrential Pump here, but it doesn't get me anything, right? It just leaves an easy knock. Leaves an easy knockout for them. I think this game is just, I don't really have any big option. What I need to top deck is Knocked Owl. That's what keeps me in this game, and I grab Super Rod, and I grab Nest Ball. That's what keeps me in this game, is top decking a Knocked Owl, or an Ultra Ball. Yeah, or two of my remaining Ultra Balls. That's what keeps me in this game. Bum, bum, bum. If not, they just win next turn. Well, there's the Super Rod. The Super Rod's something. But there isn't... Yeah, I just don't have an option here. Because they do take the minus... They take minus... They resist a full energy here. So we're doing 30... We're doing 30, 60, 90... 120. Okay, maybe that 70 actually would have been, could have done something. I realize this is just really all I have here. Is just this attack here, and I don't think it does enough. Oh, wait a second, it does 240! Wait a second, chat, we're not cooked. I mean, we're basically cooked. We're basically cooked. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. We're basically cooked. We are basically cooked. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. They only need one prize card. But we do at least get a knockout, which is fun. We do at least get a knockout, which is fun. But they have 16 cards in hand, and they get a 3-card draw off of the Pheasantipity. Nest Balling another Hopzacian. No, Cramorant. Cramorant actually is activated here because I do have 3 prize cards remaining. But I don't think the 120 damage matters. Unless you're also bossing up Pikachu. I mean, if you have Boss in hand, sure, but they also just attached to your line. They're probably grabbing Archlodon here. Yeah, and they just hit 220 and they just take the knockout. GG's. Like, all I could have hoped for there is that they didn't have anything in hand, but they had literally half of their deck in their hand. The likelihood that they weren't going to be able to make something happen this turn, very low. Very, very low. Yeah, it's a consistent deck. There is no getting around that. So I think we definitely need to keep that in mind. I don't know if a lot of people are going to show up with it, but I think we should definitely anticipate at least a couple people bringing that to the Atlanta Regional. So I don't know, definitely need to think up what are some things that I could add for that matchup if we're going to see a lot of it. We might not see a lot of it. But if we do end up seeing a lot of it, then of course we need something. But I don't know. Let's do one last reset here before we send it all home. Oh, not today. We got, Welsh, do you remember how many resets we were at yesterday? Or, not yesterday, but the other stream. You said we needed to do like 50 per stream. I think we got in a good 50 that stream. But hey, chat, that is going to be it for me tonight. Like I said, I am playing in a cup tomorrow, 150. Okay, so I got a good, like, 80 in there then. I'll take that. I am playing in a cup tomorrow, so I will update in the Discord how I end up doing 100 per stream. Oh, well, I didn't do 100. Well, didn't do that. But hey, we've already got, like, 4 shinies, so... but I'll update in the Discord how that goes tomorrow. I'll also update tomorrow night or Sunday what the stream schedule is for next week, because I currently don't know what the stream schedule is going to end up being for next week. But thanks for all hanging out with me tonight. Thanks for all the new friends who swung by. Thanks for all the games. And good night. I will see you later. 3 streams again next week. One of them will be the TCG. One of them will be Town of Salem. And one of them we will be continuing our Platinum Hardcore Nuzlocke. Have a good night.